Hey everybody, Keith Niebuhr with Gators Online and On3 again to give you a little insight into Florida Gators football recruiting. And today we're going to talk about one of Florida's biggest running back targets in the next class, 2025. It's never too early to start thinking about these guys because right now Florida already has 22 commitments for 2024. So 2025 class, rising junior. You want to know this guy. His name's Waltez Clark, and he's a dynamic running back down here where I live in Tampa, Florida, at Tampa Plant High School, well-known high school, produced a lot of Gator greats through the years. Some baseball players, Pete Alonso comes to mind. Also, Wade Boggs went there. On the football side, Aaron Murray went to Georgia. Orson Charles went to Georgia. But there have been some Gator players out of there too. If my memory's correct, Lee McGriff, the Gator great receiver from the 1970s, was a Plant Panther. So, Waltez Clark, he could be the next great player out of that school. And here's what he did last year as a sophomore. Around 900 yards rushing. While that may not knock your socks off, here's what might. 10 yards a carry. Yeah, that's right, 10 yards a carry. And he caught over 500 yards worth of passes at nearly 20 yards a clip. Not only that, he plays defense. He starts at linebacker, and a lot of colleges say, hey, look, this is a guy that could probably be a Power 5 linebacker as well. So Waltez Clark, exciting young player at Tampa Plant, very high on the Florida Gators board. We're going to get into his recruitment in just a little bit after we talk to Waltez. You're going to get some insight into what he likes about the Florida Gators. So take it away, Waltez. All right, we're joined by one of the top running backs in the country for the 2025 class, Waltez Clark. The great program here at Tampa Plant. A lot of great players have come through here, a lot of Division I prospects, great baseball players too, everything. Waltez, so let's just focus on your recruitment today. With Florida specifically, what are they doing well? I've run into you a couple times up there. What are they doing well with you?
The communication they have is pretty good. I talk to them a lot, and that's like a big thing that I want to see in schools. Communicating with me back and forth and building relationships. That's why communicating is big for me. So.
What have they said to you about where you sit on the board, what type of priority recruit you are for that 2025 class for Florida?
They told me I fit right in with their offense, and I'm at the top of their leaderboard. So.
Top of the board, basically. Okay. Coach Jabbar Jaluk, running backs coach. I was out at a 7-on-7 camp this summer. Mm-hmm. You were there. He was there. You've got to spend some time with him and on that trip and in other trips as well. What do you think of him?
I love Coach Jaluk. That's my man. I love Coach Jaluk.
Well, what is it that you like about him? Why do you two click so much?
His style, the way he carries himself, all that stuff. He's just a good man.
What do you think about his track record of developing running backs? What can you tell us about that? What do you know?
He coached the top, some of the top, Leonard Fournette, a couple more running backs. He got a good coach, yeah.
You know, as a prospect looks, for potential colleges, they like to see what current guys are doing there. Mm-hmm. Obviously, that goes without saying. So when you look at Florida and you look at their running back production right now, what do you think?
They're getting better every year. So last year they were good. This year they're even better than they were last year. So that's.
Do you have a favorite running back on that team?
Probably ETN. I don't know. Nah, probably not.
All right. Specifically with Florida overall, what are the things that really stick out to you about that program, that school?
Facilities, the coaches, the colors. I love the colors. This ain't even the color thing. My mom's a fan too, so that's too.
So your mom's a fan of Florida. Did you grow up a Florida fan?
Yeah.
Was there a favorite player of yours?
I like Tebow.
You're a Tebow guy.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so how many times would you say in your life have you envisioned yourself playing, for the orange and blue?
A couple times.
Okay. So now it becomes a business, though.
Yes,
you're a top flight recruit. When you're a kid, it's all fun. But as a recruit, you've got to kind of take a business approach. So
yes,
where does Florida sit with you right now? How high up are, you said you're high up for them.
Yeah.
Where are they for you?
They're pretty high. Yeah.
Is there a number one right now?
Ooh, I ain't gonna say.
No official leader, or do you have one you just don't want to say?
No official leader. I probably have one I ain't gonna say, but.
Okay. Are they heavily in the mix?
Yeah, they heavily.
Okay. What are some of the other schools that you hear from the most?
USC, FSU. I have from Toledo, pretty good.
Because Toledo's offensive coordinator,
Yeah, Coach Wiener. That's
Coach
my
Wiener,
boy.
used to be the
Yeah.
head coach out here at Plant. Okay, so
I heard from Miami, are pretty good amount too.
okay. What is Florida doing well in your recruitment? What can you say when you like this is something that you mentioned communication earlier, but what are some of the things that that really stand out about that program as opposed to others, or compared to others? I mean,
I'll probably say their coaching staff. All of them, like, they all got something different about them, like unique.
Okay.
So these people come from this part of town, and then these people come from this part of town. So everybody got their own
well,
style.
we've mentioned the running backs coach, Coach Jaluk, but we haven't talked about Billy Napier yet, and he's
Coach Napier.
okay. I was going to say he's pretty hands-on with
Yeah.
top targets.
Yes, sir.
How hands-on has he been with you?
He pretty hands-on. I talked to him a lot. I talked to him. Him and Coach Jaluk are probably Coach Jaluk, Coach Spencer. I talked to him a lot.
When could we see a commitment decision from you? Because again, you're only going into your junior season,
Yes,
but
sir.
time goes by pretty fast. Pretty soon, guys in your class are going to be committing left and right. So, what kind of time frame are you thinking?
I'm gonna wait. Y'all will see one soon. Probably end of the year.
So we could see one in 2023, like
Yeah,
this
y'all can see
calendar
one
year.
this year, yeah.
So it's not too far off.
No.
Where do you want to go this fall? What schools do you want to see?
Oregon.
I mean, are these ones you're definitely going to or want to
Nah, I
go
want
to?
to see these. I want to see Oregon. I want to go to Miami, Georgia. I want to go to UNC. I want to go to Rutgers.
Okay. Now,
There's a couple more.
where are you definitely going to games this fall?
Oh, I'm going to Florida FSU game. I want to go to that game.
Okay.
I might go see that. I don't know. It's something I want to see.
You got to look into that. Okay, but definitely one to Florida.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and when you sit down with your family or whoever is going to help you make this final decision, which you say is not that far off, by the way, what are going to be the biggest factors for Waltez Clark? And what are you really looking for in a school?
I'm looking for I want a shot, so I want everybody to be treated the same.
I mean, every kid's a little.
Education,
I was gonna say everybody's a little different. Some people want education, player development,
player
facilities.
development, all that. Probably education. I want a good education.
Do you have any idea what you want to study in college?
Nah, probably business, but I'm gonna go a little deeper in that.
Okay. Last thing, what do you want to see out of Florida this year? What are you expecting to see out of them on the field?
Trying to see. I want to see what their running backs got this year. I know they got something that y'all probably know what they got, but I know they got something. So I want to see what they put on the stat line this year.
All right, Waltez Clark, definitely a name for Florida Gators fans to know in the 2025 class. 4-star running back at Tampa Plant. So many great players have come out of here. Aaron Murray, Mike Williams, Lee McGriff, the great Gator receiver. And Waltez, we appreciate you taking the time to talk to us.
Yes, sir, no problem.
All right, good stuff there from Waltez Clark. Now, what can we tell you about his recruitment? Well, obviously, he's very high in Florida. I think that was pretty clear in that interview. Other schools to watch: Penn State, Ohio State. He visited Penn State earlier this year. He's visited Southern California. Florida State's recruiting him. Miami's recruiting him. UCF is on him as well with young running backs coach Cam Martin. And so there's a lot of schools involved. But right now, we feel like everybody is probably chasing the Florida Gators. And here's why. Like he said, he grew up a Florida fan. His mom's a Florida fan. He's visited that school multiple times. He's connecting with the coaching staff on a personal level. And you've got proximity to home. So when you look at the totality of his recruitment, Florida seems to be in a strong spot. And with Waltez, as he said, possibly having a decision sometime this year, Florida could be tough to beat. Anyway, that'll do it for this recruiting update from Gators Online. I'm Keith Niebuhr. Thanks for stopping by.